So, hello and welcome to another episode of Keiara's Tech Adventures. Sorry I haven't uploaded any videos in quite a while. The reason of that is actually the subject of this video, but hopefully that changes after this anyway. So, just some background just in case people don't really know about me. So, I have been a software developer for 5.5 years now. You're probably thinking, oh, if you've been in a job for that long, why would you need to do a degree? Anyway, well, I first got this job a couple of years ago, and before that I was a junior, and this new job I was a mid-level developer, so that's what I was hired as in a group of juniors. And my first job I was actually still a junior, and I'd mostly been working on my own for the entire time that I was there. So when I moved to my new job I definitely did feel a bit uneasy, so mostly I taught myself to code. Other than that, I was taught by mentors in my last job, and I definitely did feel quite a bit unconfident because everyone else there, like all the juniors, etc., had a degree of some sort. So I was the only there with like a large level of education, I guess you'd say. So I only actually have GCSEs here in the UK. I'm not sure if everyone will know what they are, but I did do my AS levels, but I dropped out before I completely finished my A levels. So GCSEs is actually the highest full education level I have. So my work did offer training, so I did ask if I could do a bachelor's degree, but they kind of got back to me and was just like, oh, are you really sure? There's not really much point, you've already been doing this for this many years. So they basically said they would try and get me to do a master's degree, so that's what I basically settled for. So fast forward a year into my 2-year part-time distance learning master's degree. So what have I learned? Well, I have learned how to write a report, learned a bit of PHP, a bit on how to do mobile apps, and that's pretty much it. So I can see why most people kind of said to me, what is the point in you doing a master's degree? Like, what am I actually going to get out of it? It's basically just a piece of paper at this point. Maybe I could go on to do a PhD if I wanted to stay in academia, which definitely looks unlikely. And yeah, it looks nice on my CV and LinkedIn, but other than that, so would I say, is it actually worth people doing it if they purely wanted to become a software developer? So no, not really. So like, I'm doing master's level at the moment, and the code that I have to do for the assessments is super simple. So I don't actually know what people do on the bachelor's degree. Now, I'm not talking down on people who have only done bachelor's degrees or whatever, but I just don't actually know like the code that you actually learn in these degrees. Now, most people who would think, oh, I want to become a software dev, they'd look to do a computer science degree, but at the moment I'm not really sure what these degrees are kind of aiming at. So they don't really teach you how to code. At least my one doesn't at the moment. That's master's level. I've mostly been doing a lot of researching and report writing, so I have been doing bits of code, but as I said, it is super simple code. So mostly I'm guessing that they are for people who want to stay in the academia route, but what would be best for people who want to be a software dev then. So this is all based on my experience. So if you are looking to go into the further education route, then you can still do a computer science degree, but just don't expect to do that much coding, I guess. I mean, a lot of jobs still do require you to have a computer science degree or similar, like a maths degree, to become a junior. Or you can actually go the route that I went, which is to do an apprenticeship. So I definitely recommend the apprenticeship over doing a bachelor's degree, not just because I've done it, but because of me doing the apprenticeship and then getting all of that work experience, I actually managed to qualify to do a master's degree. So in the UK, I'm not sure if it's like that anywhere else, but in some universities they allow you to get in just on work experience alone if you have it in a relevant field. So another education route is also coding courses. So I've seen a lot of people starting to do these coding courses, and they do seem really helpful, and you do get a lot of good coding experience out of them that is relevant to the workplace. But what do you do if you can already code and you're already confident in your code? Well, I'd just say contribute to open source projects, maybe start your own project. Basically just pad out your CV with all your relevant experience that you can show that you know how to code. So more and more employers are branching out from this mindset of just looking at someone's education level when they are hiring for a job. So this happens especially when they have been around for a while, because a lot of them will probably realize that just looking at your education and whether you have a computer science degree does not mean that you'll be a great software dev. There is a certain way you need to think, and I have seen a lot more interviews include this, where you actually need to do some sort of test, or you'll have a round of questions, and they just need to see whether you can think in a logical and creative way. So I've got to continue with this degree for another year. Maybe there'll be another update in a year when I'll say, oh, I did so much more in the second year and it was great, but I guess we'll have to see. So hopefully I'll still be able to try and start getting back into my routine of making one video a month, because that's what I was aiming for. But at the moment I am still working full time. I am starting my degree up again, so at the moment it is like summer holidays. And I also have a new puppy to look after. But let me know what your experience has been. So what was the route that you went to get into a software dev job? Let me know what your experience has been. So what did you have to do on the route that you took to get your first software dev job down in the comments? So if you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more videos like this, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time, hopefully very soon. Bye!